is Chelsea Cowan. I've been going to the Hope Center for about 3 years now. I always grew up with sort of an awareness of God. I grew up in a Christian home, went to Sunday school every week, always sort of went to church. I can recall I was about 8 years old, and I remember praying. I had heard about, I think it was my aunt or something like that, and she said that she asked to see an angel when she was a kid. And then, I was like, I want to see an angel too. And so I prayed to God, but I said, can I only see the angel's wings? And so I remember one night, I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was heading somewhere, and I remember in the doorway, I saw an angel's wings, and that's all I could see. And I always remembered that. I think it's sort of having that childlike faith that, God showed me that. I even had the boldness to ask afterwards to see a whole angel, not just its wings this time. And I remember it was shortly afterwards that I saw a whole angel, and yeah, so I always knew about God. I had a godly conscience, and I think because of that I was always an obedient kid. I mean, I wasn't very rebellious in any way. Definitely entering junior high, I just know for myself that was definitely 3 painful years I dealt with. I had severe acne. It was called nodulistic acne or something, and it was the most severe type of acne, and it kind of looked like a skin condition. So that didn't do much for my self-esteem. And then, I had braces, and I just never felt pretty. I think the enemy really had a foothold on my self-esteem, my self-image. So I dealt with self-esteem issues, self-image, all of those things. That was junior high. High school was kind of much the same, early high school, but I remember specifically a turning point for me, bringing me closer to God after those years was the summer going into grade 10. I just really hit a low point. I was depressed, and I don't know, it was just a bad time in my life. I think I dealt a lot with loneliness, and my best friend just moved, and I think when you're that age, was I 15, you just don't really know who you are and what you're going to do with your life. And so I started going to my mom's Bible study, actually, with Karen Warren, and the women were so supportive there. It was a really desperate point for me, so that's why I went. It was every Thursday, and I began to go every Thursday for the next 3 years of high school, actually. And that definitely really helped me out a lot. I had something that I could consistently go to every week. It's kind of hard, even as a teenager, to read the Word on your own, or to know how to meditate on it, or translate it, what that actually means for your life. And I needed a lot of direction, going from that low point that I hit. And it was very encouraging for me to be, that they made great role models. I mean, the women at the Bible study, they were all older than me and established, and it helped me out a lot. And even, my self-image, learning to see yourself the way God sees you, and even just the insecurities that, they're not from God, that they're lies. So if you're able to identify that, it helped me a lot. And even today, now, I guess a current challenge would be, university life is very busy. I'm always in a very intellectual environment, and I love university, I love it. But it can be a large distraction from God sometimes, and I sometimes remind myself, to keep up that relationship and how important it is, and you don't kind of realize that until you're put through a trial or, test in some way, and when life's testing you.
The beauty about pain is, with God, it's only temporary, and that, no matter what we're going through, we have to trust and believe that it's happening for a reason, and that He's putting us through the specific trial because He wants to make us better and stronger in new ways. And sometimes we can't realize that at the moment, but looking back on my life and some of the hard times that I went through, I can see how that actually benefited me in the end, and how I have a stronger relationship with God. It brought me to where I am today, and all of these things. And I'm really appreciative of going to the Hope Center and being able to go there and have Reverend Brian Warren and everybody around me at the Hope Center so encouraging. And I just really appreciate how I have that security in Christ, that I know that I can fall back on Him if things become too tough. And I have that peace inside of me of just knowing that He's there and He's watching me and He has a plan for my life, that I don't need to worry about the little things.